All right, so let's jump into this really quickly. The first trade I want to look at is natural gas, and we have natural gas up. We're going to pull it up on this Thinkorswim platform here, and you can see that natural gas hit a multi-year high just about last week at the 41.87, and it is up a decent amount. It's off its highs for the day, but it's definitely still up. So we're gonna see if we can trade it. We put this in as a trade idea this morning. We didn't put it as a yellow highlighted trade, but we did put it as a trade idea. We said get at least 14. Unfortunately, we can't get 14 now because it's somewhat off its highs. So what we're gonna do is put this in at 13. We might accept 12 as well because I want to get into this position and collect at least $100. So we're gonna put this in at 13, and then we're gonna send this trade. This is selling the 4.6 strike, buying the 4.8 strike, and this is 11 delta now, and it's been going up for the most part, but we're almost 2 times the expected move if we go to this 11 delta, which is great. And we're trying to stay within a 31-day time frame. So this is 21 days. We didn't put this as a yellow highlighted trade because it's within 30 days, and that's a little bit more speculative, a little bit more gamma risk or directional risk. But you can see that in this account we have the thing that's expiring. The longest dated position we have on right now is 31 days. So we want to kind of stay in that range so that if we can win on these positions within the next 31 days, we would get this account back to its high for the year, which would be around 50% up. And so that's the theory that we're trying to do. We want to try to get out of August at our highs, and you guys know that we had about 2 months of just horrible trading in this corn. That's been a big problem, right? So if we can win in this corn within the next 24 days, it's going to really put us back in the driver's seat. We're going to be up with 5 months to go to really try to push this account. You guys know that our goal is 24 to 60%, but if we can do better than that, then great. And it's the same kind of concept in this bread and butter account that we have, and that if we can get through this next 17 days and win on these positions, we can be back at our highs of a little over 70% on the year. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to push to do that. We did take off a position in this bread and butter account a little earlier, and we locked in a profit in the this is what we got taken off at the 140 in the NASDAQ with 13 days to go. So now we got 17 days to go, and we're going to try to get most of what we have on. So we might wind up being in these positions maybe another 7 days or something like that. We'll see. But that is the goal, and we can kind of erase the last month. July was a weird month performance wise, but that's okay. We know you're going to have ups and downs as long as that we overall we're going in the right direction that we want to go. All right, so let's jump back over there. We're going to put this trade in here. We're going to send that, and we're going to let that play for a second. I also want to look at the ES and put on a trade in the ES. You guys can see here that this is 44.22 was the high, as I mentioned a little earlier. And what I want to do, since it's up and it's basically on its highs of the day, let me see, the high was 44.06. It's trading at 44.06 basically, so it's at its high of the day. I want to sell an iron condor in here, and I want to do it with 31 days to go. You guys know that last night we did what we considered a yellow highlighted trade, and we sold a put spread, and we bought a hedge, and so far that trade has been nice, right? Since we put this on last night, we're already up 16, almost 17% on that trade. But now we're going to do the same time frame because I want to keep all the trades I have on for right now within this 31 days so that we can get the account back to all-time highs, or at least this year's highs, which will be all-time highs because we started this account in January, just a demonstration account and so forth. All right, so let's do an iron condor. We're going to consider this a yellow highlighted trade. We're going to sell the 6 delta here. It was the 6, this is 5 now. It's a 7 now. We're going to sell the 4,600 strike, and we're going to buy 40 points higher, which is the 46.40, and that's going to give us about $90 before fees and commissions, and it's requiring about $424 in buying power. All right, so that meets our criteria on the call side. Then we're going to go to this put side, and we're going to do the same concept. We're going to look for a 7 delta or even a 6 delta, and we're going to do a 40 point wide. So this is a 7 delta here. We do this and go there. That will be a 40 point wide. So we have a 7 delta on the call side, a 7 delta on the put side. We're going to receive, it's going to require us it's going to require $407 in buying power, and we're going to get 165 before fees and commissions. So we're going to actually send this for this price here. So that's 151. So we're getting 151 divided by 421. So that's 35.8 or 36% return on our capital. We're going to send that, and we're going to see if we can get filled. And now we have this working, and we have this working. Now, unfortunately, this has dropped even more on the natural gas. I don't want to force it because the natural gas could shoot up more, but I believe that's a really good trade. Let's bring it down to 12, and we'll still get what we want, and then we'll hedge it if we don't get filled. So that's 23 days to go, once again, with this natural gas, and it's dropped to 11. So we're gonna have to it's gonna have to pop up a little bit more for us to get filled, I guess. It would have been nice if you put this on earlier in the day. You could have got filled at about 0.014, which would have been an excellent trade to this point. So this trade here looks like they have taken a little out. I want to get filled for demonstration purposes on here, so we might wind up giving up a little to be able to get filled on one of these positions. All right, so let's look at this ES here, and let's see if we drop it to 125. Let's see if they'll give it to us. So we can drop it to 125, and 325, 325, and now the mid is saying 328. So we're gonna see if they'll give it to us. So it doesn't look like it. It's probably going to drop us all the way down to like a 3 or something to get filled, which is a big bummer. So we probably have to reposition this trade, because I really don't want to get anything less than 325, 320, something like that. So let's look one more time and see if we go to the 320, would they fill us? And we're gonna stop at the 320 and readjust the trade a little here. So that is the trade there. Let's go back and look at that, and then this is not working. We did also have, just give it a second go. All right, so let's go back over to this position here, and let's see what we're going here. That's not going to work. So what we're going to do is cancel this ES position trade, and we're going to go into the canceled orders. We're going to hit similar order, and then we're going to get a little bit more aggressive so we can get filled. So what we're going to do is this is on the put side. It's way down here, and that's a 7 delta still. So what we're going to do is see if we go up to this 7 delta and still do 40 points wide. So it'd be something like here, and then now it's at the see it's jumping around a lot. Let's see if we can put it at the 325, see if they give it to us. So we're going to do that, and we send that, and no love there. And you can see that the mid prices are not working for us. They're trying to really get us to go a lot lower for the price that we want. All right, so perfect. We got the 320, and that's what we wanted, right? So we're at the 7 delta on the call side, at the 4600. That's our short strike. That's what we care about. And then on the put side, we're at the 7 delta as well at 39.50. So what we're going to do is going to take some of that to turn this into a yellow highlighted trade. We're going to take some of that, and we're going to hedge what I believe the more risk side for some particular reason is the call side. So we're going to hedge this one on the call side. Okay. So we're going to go into the trade that we just did was 31 days. So we're going to, let me just double check that, everyone. I believe that was 31 days. Yes, that was 31 days. So we're going to go into this hedge here. and the micro futures here doesn't have a 31, so we can go to this 28 like we did before. Last night we hedged on the put side, so today we're going to hedge on the call side. When we did that position last night, today we're going to hedge on the call side. We're going to go to at or near the 30 delta. So let's look at this here, and let's go 30 points wide. So that would be about here, and let's see how much that would cost. So that's going to cost a little bit more than what we want, because we received, I just say, I think we received about 149. So 149 times 30% is $44. So we can use up to 44. That's a little bit more than what we want to use. So let's look at this. Since we had a 7 delta, let's go to this 28 here, and that would work. And keep in mind, we're not paying for this. We're financing that. So we take that 88 and add the 38 back to it. So this a hedge is up to $128. Let's do that, and let's send this. And we got filled right away on that. So now we have our hedge on the call side with 28 days to go for the hedge. The position is 31. Yes.
Why so wide that hedge?
Because this is a micro one, Claudia. So the micro ones is not like the ETFs. The ETFs will be one strike wide. This one right here, I start with 30 and then I work from there. Because if I just did a 1 point or one strike wide spread, you'll see that it'll look like this, right? So it's only hedging us $17 and it's costing $9. So that's really low, right? So that's why you start with a 30 point wide on these micros, because it's just a different type of hedge. But this is the one we should primarily use, or almost 100% of the time now, use for the ES if you're hedging for the ES, because it's span margin, right? It's associated with the same type of margining. The SPY, if we use the ETF, it's going to go in the same direction, but it's a different type of margining system. You got regular T margin against span margin. This span margin is usually going to offset your not only your risk but your buying power when you use this micro one as well. We're using these micro ones now, Claudia, because these micro ones are new. We didn't have those when you first started with the Dorian Way. So when they come out with new products, and if new products are better, we're going to use those new products, if that makes sense.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, so that is the trade there. Let's look at this. Let's go back over here and let's look at this natural gas one. Unfortunately, I do not want to go lower than that natural gas because it could be pretty brutal to the upside. And if you looked at this chart, so I'm trying to be really conservative on this natural gas. We set for a second, and you can see how natural gas can jump really quickly, right? It went from basically 1.5% to over 2 really, really fast. So we just got filled with that. So what we're going to do with that, everyone, we're going to hedge the call side. We're going to go into UNG, which is a natural gas ETF. And then this time, Claudia, we're actually going to do the 1 point wide. So the natural gas one was 23 days. So we're going to go into the one that we can do. Man, that 17 is not great. I usually don't like to go past the expiration. So we have 23 days and 24. That's past. I don't want to go past it. So what I'm going to do is spin a little bit and go into the 17 day. Okay? Because hopefully we'll be out of that position before the 17 days is up. So what we're going to do here is go to this 27 delta here. Keep in mind, we were at the 11 delta when we just did that position. We're going to do a 1 point wide spread. That's going to cost us $13 to do it. If we went to the 40 delta here and did this, would actually be decent too, right? So because we're not paying for this, if we can get filled at this, I'm going to do this. If not, we're going to go to that 27. But I like this one right here at the 40 to kind of give us a little bit more juice, and it's not costing us too bad. All right, so we hit review, and we're going to send that, and let's see if they will fill us. Probably not, because this is jumping up quite a bit now. So that's the 14.5, and let's see, I'm going to try to move it to 24, and if we get filled at 24, great. If not, we're going to go to the other one. All right, so we got filled there, so perfect. So now we got our hedge on with 17 days to go. The trade is 23 days to go, as you guys can see here, and we're flat on the trade, even though it shot up. We needed to shoot up just for us to even get filled. But once again, if you got that 14 strike, that was great, what we were talking about this morning, but this is still good. We are at we're still really far away on that call side now. So now we're at a 12 delta. When we were looking at it, was a 10. Let's give me 11. So this is the situation here. If the expected move is 35, so that's 70. Let's say double it's 70. So you take the 4.029 plus the let's just say 0.70. So that would be around the 4.72. We're at the 4.6, so we're about a little bit more than the 1.5 times the expected move away from where it's currently trading at, and it's 23 days ago. So we'll see how it plays out. But this natural gas can move really fast, so this is why I didn't treat this as a yellow highlighted trade, because it can move really fast. As you guys just got a little glimpse of how it just shot up